All right, this is the Habibi Show. It is episode number 6. Habibi, how are you doing?
I am good. It really feels like if we just started
Last week.
Yeah, like if this is the first time.
I am a
It is
changed.
so exciting.
Yeah, I am a changed man since
For
these.
real?
Yeah, I am. These therapy sessions are really helping me.
Like, is it better or worse?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm getting worse.
I think so.
I'm losing a lot of friendships.
I
because
know.
of the
We
show.
need to stop telling the truth.
Yeah, we do. Lost a lot of friendships, lost a lot of followers, but you know what? I love doing these shows. And I hope you guys who are watching and following are enjoying
Yes.
it too as well. I'm getting quite a bit of messages from people telling me that they enjoy the show.
Yes.
I had
That's
somebody
true.
from, I'm not kidding, I had somebody from Texas Roadhouse. Shout out to some guy named Uday who works at Texas Roadhouse on Bellway 8 and Wilson Road.
Uday.
Uday.
That's
Yeah,
a country
Uday.
name.
Yes,
That's a
Uday.
Western
Yeah.
country Western name.
They messaged us and said they love the program.
Really?
Yes. So we actually have one listener. And we want to give a big shout out to our new producer in the house. That's Hanson. Handsome.
H&H.
H&H. He is our new producer. One day you'll get to take a picture of him. Ladies, I think he's single. He's ready.
You are?
He's looking for a cougar.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's only 12.
No, but welcome aboard, Hanson.
Yes.
Glad to have you on board to take over. Good luck
Nice-
to you.
nice to
Hopefully
meet
you
you.
could last longer than Justin. We scared him off.
Nice to meet you, and really thank you for being here.
Yeah, so I hope everybody's has been having a great week since the last time we've touched base. But this past weekend we had a quinceañera.
It was amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
Really, it was
Thank you.
amazing. I was so honored to be at the presence of your amazing families. You and Eva, your families are amazing, really.
No, I was glad that you were honored that you were there.
But by the
Yeah.
way, this is Hector Garcia.
Yes.
Yeah, just in case.
And my name is Hector, by the way.
the
Yes,
first
Hector.
time, and I'm Samer.
Samer
Nassar.
Nassar.
Yes,
Nassar.
just in case if this
If
is
it's
your
first
first time
time
or
to me.
last time,
Yes.
just so you know our names.
We threw, my daughter turned 15.
Yeah.
We threw a quince. Was this your first quince?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Well, it was the first one that I really cared about. I've been to others like, oh, okay, what is it going to be? No,
Right.
that one I really felt,
Right.
wow, I'm part of a family.
Yes, you are definitely part of
Thank-
the family.
thank you.
We had Selena show up.
Selena, my best friend, she signed an autograph for me.
She did. We had the Selena
Yeah.
impersonator show up. She did the whole thing.
She was an impersonator?
impersonator.
No.
Yes, I have
Dude,
news.
I thought it was the real Selena.
Yeah. No. Well,
I even got her autograph.
the next time we're gonna have Selena, and we're gonna have a Yolanda impersonator.
And Elvis.
And Elvis. But we have But you left a little early.
No.
Yeah, you did. You left a little bit early
Really?
because for me the party started right after you left.
What
Unfortunately,
happened?
I don't know. We started dancing, and I would have some footage of that too as well. But there was a lot of people dancing. And it was a great time, and
I thought I stayed till everybody left. You remember somebody broke somebody broke a glass frame.
okay. I remember the glass frame
Yeah,
being broken.
So you stayed after that?
Yeah.
Oh man, I want
Wait,
my
you
money
stayed?
back.
Did you dance?
I want my money back.
But did you dance?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
Where was I?
You were dancing. I saw you.
Oh,
dancing.
okay. You saw me dancing. I just
Yeah,
didn't see
oh,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Well, then
You were in the zone.
I was. Oh
man.
my gosh, that was so
You're
much
a
work
very
to
proud
put.
father.
I was. My wife Eva.
Oh wow.
She
You
put
guys
together
were
an
beautiful,
incredible.
Really,
Yeah, she
really.
did. She's my superhero.
And your daughter, I mean, she is beautiful.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
and the choreography they did.
They practiced that for about 6 weeks.
Yeah, I know the boys were like pissed off about it, but they
Right.
did it.
They
They
did.
were dancing. And
They
stuff.
did a- they
no,
did a-
it was very nice. But you know what is? I'm sorry if I just have to interrupt for a second. But do you know what is the thing that was most impressive for me?
What's that?
Is seeing your family and Eva's families together as one big family.
Yes.
Like I was getting lost with being impressed at the same time on how many. This is my cousin. This
a lot
is
of
my
Mexicans.
sister. This is my. Well, yeah, but to see how I mean, you know, we live in a time. Unfortunately, families don't stay together.
Right.
You guys live in almost the same neighborhood.
Right.
Everybody's close. The kids, they all know each other. They're all dancing together. I was like, wow. I feel like I went back in time
Yeah.
to when families were together. And also seeing, for example, you know how life is. It goes back and
Yes.
forth, and people separate. But seeing your dad moving on with his new family,
Yes.
and your mom was a new family, and
I
they're
have a
very
bonus
friendly.
mom and I have a bonus dad.
Yeah, but they're very friendly and they sitting together.
Right.
There is no ill feelings. There's just like how wonderful that
Yeah.
was for your daughter.
Oh, it was
To
very
have
special.
her grandma and her grandpa together, and the new grandma
Bonuses.
and the new step grandpa.
Right.
I was very touched. I was just sitting there watching, saying, "Wow, what an amazing test."
Yeah, I had quite a bit of interesting stories that happened. That was told to me after the event. I heard of people who were going in some party bus that was out there and smoking some weed.
I only took a picture and I left. I felt like it was getting a little bit out of hand.
Right,
And but again,
Yeah,
the impressive
it was a big party.
yes,
Big party.
And the party
Everybody had a
bus was
great time.
amazing.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
Yeah, the party bus.
Yeah,
The party bus belongs to my cousin.
your uncle or
My cousin.
Your cousin.
Their cousin Roy and Yvonne. They own
Yeah,
that party bus.
that's right.
Yeah.
And
Jacob's
their son.
Jacob's their son. Yes.
No, it was very nice.
Yeah.
I was very impressed, really.
Yeah, no, they know how to party, and
Yeah.
we know how to party.
Your family is amazing. Like I don't know. I was speechless, and this is not easy for me to be speechless. I was speechless just watching. Wow,
No.
this is how decent people act. Like you see so many families.
We just
because
put on a
of
show though,
divorce.
because usually we're not decent.
Well, no. Everybody was
I'm kidding, we are.
It was real.
Right.
It was real. Like you see so many families because of a divorce, they separate themselves, and now the kids are going back and forth between two families, and it's very uncomfortable.
Messy.
With
Yes.
you?
No, it's, yeah.
I felt with your family, I felt like everybody's together. It didn't
Right.
matter who. Maybe it didn't start this way.
No, it didn't. We had some moments. You know,
Yes.
when I was younger, when I first got married, my parents divorced.
Yes.
That was a rocky time. We could not get along in the same room. Obviously, it took years and a lot of forgiveness
Yes.
and just people to get
Oh,
over
and
things.
also, it's not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Somebody was behind these families to stay together.
Right.
It wasn't like, okay, well, it just happened.
Yeah.
No, somebody had the plan. We can't let this happen
Right.
for our kids and grandkids.
Yes.
I was really, that was just a celebration of how human beings should behave. Really.
And I will tell you, we're still missing. Probably missing a good 100 family members that weren't there.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a big.
I mean,
event.
I was afraid, like immigration shows up. Half of the family would be gone.
Right. Right. But you know, at one point we had people standing in the back of the room because there wasn't enough chairs.
Yes.
So
that's right.
we had the time there because some kids showed up from the high school were showing up too as well. So at one point we had about 300 people there in the room.
I mean, it was really like a wedding,
Yeah.
but also a celebration of how amazing your family and of course your daughter. She looked amazing.
I was stressing out. The DJ was it was not the best,
I
but
didn't feel anything. I know you mentioned it,
yeah,
brother.
but
It was
overall,
amazing.
thank you. Overall, Eva, everything
Everybody
was
had
phenomenal.
fun because I was looking at everybody. Everybody was having fun.
yes, yeah,
Everybody was just like loving each other and
talking and
yes,
had
I
a great
mean
time.
there was no issues at all.
Right.
So
how
you did a
so
great job, really.
You
Thank
brought a companion.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna just go by myself. Oh, she loved it.
Yeah?
She actually really liked it. But I mean, we're just friends. I mean,
Right.
It's
No, it's just a friend,
somebody-
yeah.
Yeah, just friends, but she really liked it. She enjoyed meeting everybody.
Sure.
And it was very nice.
Okay.
Really. Yeah.
And you
No,
had
thank you.
Yeah. No, brother, I'm so glad that you were able to
No,
make it-
I
make
mean,
it.
I was so touched.
And thank you, by the way, for the sponsoring too as well. I appreciate that. I hope you had enough to drink that night.
oh my God,
Yeah.
that cruise
wristband.
ship, the cruise ship,
The wristband,
I
yeah.
felt like I was on the Carnival cruise ship. I was like, hey, give me another drink.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully you had enough. So you leave to Cozumel
Mañana.
tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
It's my monthly trip.
Your monthly
to
trip.
Cozumel.
I got to get on that
Yeah.
that schedule.
Yes, yes. Really, I would have loved for you and Eva to join me this time. But there is a good friend of mine's wedding,
Right.
and he invited us.
And Eva's sick right now, by the way. So even if we said yes, she would have gotten sick, and she probably would have It would
Yeah, but
probably,
you could go.
I could go. Yeah, I could go.
No,
I-
no.
you
I'm
hear
just
that,
joking.
Eva?
No. I am so sorry, Eva. No, it is. But you know, like talking about people's behavior, and it's just it was very pleasant to see that. Meanwhile, the opposite to that is when you're in the car. I was coming here. It took him about an hour and 15 minutes. But you
Traffic
see
in
people,
Houston is ridiculous.
But you
yeah.
see people behave different. Like, I think maybe I crossed my lane by mistake. I'm not sure.
Yeah, road rage.
And then this guy come right in front, cut me off,
Yeah.
and flick me the finger and go back, and I'm like, dude, what?
Yeah.
First of all, what if I'm a really, really good driver and this is my first mistake? You shouldn't label me as, oh, I'm a bad driver.
Right.
Because that happens. You could be an amazing driver and you make one mistake,
and they get
and now
flipped off.
everybody think you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
What if I'm a really bad driver? Do you
Right.
really want to cut me off and I'm a bad driver?
But are you a good
I will
driver?
run into you.
But you're a good driver, though, right?
You will.
I hope so.
At the end of the show, we will announce the results. But the fact is, what if?
By the
I'm a
way,
bad
Hanson,
driver?
he runs one of the largest transportation companies in America, so I hope he's a good driver.
Yeah, but you know, one time I fired myself. Seriously, no, really. I'll tell you about it.
You know, Houston is an hour away from Houston, and the last thing you want to do is spend an hour and 20 minutes in traffic, right, Samer?
I know this was only like 20 minutes ride.
Yeah, and you know what you should have done?
Call Excelsior.
You should have called Excelsior.
right.
You probably would have been here sooner.
I know. Yeah, you're right.
You should have been here a lot sooner.
Yeah.
And you could have had time to talk and work and all this
Exactly.
stuff, and been in comfort. You probably wouldn't got road rage, or the person road rage got on you.
Yeah.
Nobody's getting angry.
That's right.
Nobody's flipping off the fingers, and no guns involved. Excelsior Transportation keeps you away from the road rage incidents here in Houston or around the world. They have a phenomenal service. They are the best when it comes to transportation services. So if it's getting around Houston an hour away, or going to the airport, or going to a convention, make sure you look up ExcelsiorLimo.com. Excelsior Transportation, the best transportation company in the world.
But the thing is, what if I'm just saying this because it's just amazing.
Yeah.
What if I was really a bad driver?
Yeah.
Do you really want to cut off a bad driver? I'm going to hit you if I'm a bad driver. But you know what is more important? I remember growing up, and my mother will tell me, because grew up in Egypt, this has happened all the time. So now my mother would tell me, what if the driver just lost his job? What if his son just died? What if his wife just left him? What if he just found out he has a terminal disease? You really don't know what people are going through.
But I've seen people where they're also reading magazines.
Yeah, but we're talking about...
Putting on
See,
makeup.
I'm sorry, this is bad influence. I'm trying to be positive. But really think about it.
Yes.
What if somebody really just found out bad
Yeah, they're not focused.
So don't really act
And you
in a
just
way to
made it worse.
shoot them a finger. Maybe they just need a break.
Yeah.
Really, can you imagine somebody just lost his kid?
What is your worst case of road? Have you ever had road rage
Like
yourself?
like against me, or I did?
You did. Did you ever have road rage against anybody
In
else?
Egypt, I used to do
did,
that. a
okay.
lot. Yeah, I used to like park the car and get out and
And throw rocks.
no, that's in Gaza. No, that's in Egypt. You get
That's in
out
Palestine.
and
Throw rocks. You have drive-by rocks. Rocking. Drive-by rocking.
but actually, no, in Egypt.
No, drive-by
unfortunately-
stoning.
Well, the difference is here in America. The good thing about America.
Yes. What? We
there's
just use
laws.
guns.
No, there's
What?
laws. Like
What?
if you hit somebody, you go to jail.
Okay.
In Egypt, if you hit somebody and you know somebody really up there, nothing happens to you.
Okay.
So you get out and you hit somebody, but most of the time in Egypt, when you fight,
Yeah.
you end up to becoming really good friends because you feel bad.
Not
oh
here.
man, he's bleeding. Let me go fix his eye.
Yeah, you know, I'm on the news side of things of another
Yeah,
program here in
So
Houston.
you can say the name.
I can say Grizzly's Hood News, but
Yeah.
you know,
You said it too fast, really.
Grizzly's Hood News.
Yeah.
But
It's on Sunday, every Sunday, Channel
Saturdays.
39.
Saturdays at 9:30
Really?
in the morning on
On
CW
Channel
39.
39,
Yes.
right? It's a very good show.
Yeah. So you're recording the wrong program.
No.
Yeah, I'm not the
was
I'm not
Fizzy.
the help I can
I
help
record-
help I follow I can't get up infomercial.
I recorded Fizzy. No, not
Frizzy.
Grizzy. I'm sorry.
But we cover road rage all the time
Yes,
here in Houston.
it's.
Yes.
But if we just think about it for a 2nd who knows what that driver is going through?
Yeah.
Just if I'm somebody and somebody cut me off, I'll just stay away from it.
Right.
And that's it. I'm not gonna chase them. Why? But
It's
talking about bad drivers,
Yeah.
I remember when I was many years, we got a phone call from one of our largest clients at the time, and they said, "Oh, we have 7 salespeople waiting to go to the airport, and they finished the meeting early or the training early. They need to leave right now. They're trying to catch an early flight." So I was at the office. I wasn't driving at the time, but I could have gotten in the car. So I said, "Okay, well, there's no vans. I'm gonna get in the limo." So I got in the limo, and I said, "Shoot," that was like maybe 28 years ago. So I got in the limo, and I thought that would be a nice upgrade. They're gonna be happy to be in a limo instead of a
Right.
van. So I go there, pick them up. Of course, they've been drinking. You know, they're salespeople in training last day. They've been drinking, and they saw the limo like, "Wow, the limo, that's amazing. This is really cool." But that was a long time ago when seat belts were not required.
Right.
I don't know if
So
Hanson, you don't remember that stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I got a limo, picked them up. As we're driving to the airport, a car cut me off.
Yeah.
So I hit the brakes. Now the limo's long, so the brakes are exaggerated.
Sure.
You feel it harder, right? So there was a woman sitting all the way in the back of the limo. She flew all the way and hit the back of my seat
Wow.
as the driver. Of course,
Yeah.
I mean, what am I gonna do? Somebody cut me off, and they didn't wear car seats. I don't think there was enough car seats in the
seat,
limo
you mean
anyway.
car seat
Not
belts.
car seat. I mean seat belts. Sorry.
What,
sorry.
you got little kids in the back. You got
No, I mean seat belts. Sorry, not car seats. So anyway,
Yeah.
we go and stuff. Next day,
Yeah.
I receive a phone call. Now I'm the owner of the company,
Yeah.
right? Somebody calls it. I need to speak to the manager or the owner, so I answer the phone. "Oh, this is so and so. I'm with XYZ company. I just want to report a really bad driving experience." I said, "Oh, okay, sure. What happened?" He said, "Well, you have a driver named Samir, and he did this in the limo." Of course, I couldn't say, "Yeah, that's me."
Right.
I was like, "I am so sorry about what happened." They said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Anis," which was my business partner at the time. I said, "My name is Anis." They said, "We don't want this driver, Samir to drive us anymore."
Right.
I said, "Sir, that driver is fired." And I said, "I am firing this guy, Samir, today. And you would never see him again." And of course, we made a big note, Samir cannot drive those people. But I fired myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was fired.
Well, did you hire yourself back?
No. I just
I
give
would
me a
never
different
hire him.
I give myself a different position.
What was that?
The owner of the
You got a promotion. You got a promotion.
And then I fired Anis. No.
By the way, shout out to Anis who
Oh,
was in
yes.
Cozumel.
I
Loving
love
it.
Anis.
Yeah.
Anis and I have been friends for many years and business partners for like 30 years. And then he decided to retire and follow his dream. He married a wonderful lady named Carla
Yes.
from Honduras, from Tegucigalpa.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. And they decided to move to
You're Honduran, aren't you? No? What are you? Guatemalan.
same thing.
Same thing. Those Central Americans. They got
So
a
now
little,
they live in Cozumel
Yeah.
and they are so happy. And I go see him every month and they're just amazing people. Anis will always be missed. Work is not the same without him, but soon I'll join him.
Yes. Now you had a business partner for 20 how many years? 30, 30
28.
years, 28 years. 28 years.
20 years.
That's 20,
28
20
Yeah, not 20 years.
So you I'm sure through that entire process you guys had some pretty major disagreements.
No.
Never.
See?
Never any
this-
disagreements like that.
Never. You
Wow.
know, I tell you the key to
Yeah.
it and the secret to it. We had no ego. Ego in partnership
Out the door.
is the biggest
Right.
poison. But not just business, but even marriage or
Right.
or brotherhood or whatever. When you let your ego get involved. So what happened between Anis and I that made it successful for that many years? He always looked out for me, and I looked out for him. I didn't look out to see what's best for Samer.
Right.
No, it was all what's best for Anis. And also
Anis did
he
the same
looked
for
to
you.
say what's best for Samer.
Incredible.
This way I can relax knowing Anis got my back. It's
Right.
kind of like in the military.
Yes.
Are you familiar with that?
Yeah.
They tell you don't worry about yourself. Worry about the one next to you.
And the person next
And
to you
next to you worries about you.
That makes sense.
And
yeah.
I tell you, Anis was the perfect,
Yes.
not just brother or friend, but an example business partner because he really cared about me.
Yeah, and you guys started back in 91, 92,
The business, 93.
93. And
But I met him in 85.
oh, 85. But then you guys said, hey, let's start the business together. Was it, who
That's
started
correct.
it first? Who's
Well, at the time I was the director of sales for the Holiday Inn Corporation in
Okay.
Houston, and he had a job and got promoted to be the rooms division manager for the Holiday Inn Busch Garden
Okay.
in Tampa.
Okay.
So he had to move. He was not happy there. I
Yeah.
was not happy here, And then my son was diagnosed and went to the hospital, was brain cancer. So that kind of gave me time to really rethink, where do I want to go? What
Right.
do I want to do? And Anis, I can't say enough, but Anis used to fly on the weekend from Tampa to come to Houston just to hang out with me for the weekend
Wow.
in the hospital while my son was in the hospital.
That is-
And during that time,
yeah.
we started talking about
Business.
what do we do next?
Right.
Because I knew my life would never be the same. It had to be better.
Right.
Otherwise, I'll feed the loss.
Right.
But, and we started talking about business ideas. We had no money. We couldn't build a hotel because that would be a lot of money,
Right.
but we knew a lot of people. So we started thinking, who do we know and what do they want? That's really, we went backward,
Yeah.
until we get to the situation that, well, I think transportation, it was kind of like the same idea like Uber. It was our company.
Right.
At the time it was just taxis and stuff, and then it became, we implemented the hotel or the hospitality industry
The service.
service into that. So we started
right.
doing direct bill, like sending bills. We did comment cards. We did confirmation calls where transportation company didn't do that. So that's kind of what set us apart from.
No, and when I use Excelsior Transportation,
You get a phone call.
Yeah, I get a phone call, follow
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah.
I feel the difference of the care
Yeah,
when I
thank
use. It's incredible.
And you have
Yeah.
no idea how many times our client says, "Oh my God, I totally forgot I was leaving tomorrow. Thank you for calling me."
Right.
Or, "Oh my God, I was gonna fall asleep and the driver woke me up. So thank you for calling
Right.
me." We just put it in a way that client is the most important thing.
Yeah.
But Anis
Yeah,
will always be missed.
that's a solid partner too as well.
And he is smart.
Yes.
Anis was very smart.
Right.
Well, you know how Egyptians are, And his name is Anis Gergis.
Gergis. Yes.
What is King Ramesses?
Right.
Or Hatmas.
Right.
So Gergis, he is royalty.
Right.
Yeah.
And his son worked with us for about a year.
Yeah,
here.
Adam.
Adam
Yeah,
worked with
he's
us here.
the coolest guy.
Yes, he is.
ever.
Yes, he is. We got to bring Adam or Anis one time to
Yes.
come do a part of the show.
And he has another son named Andrew, also a really cool guy.
Right. And we could talk about the Jackpot, the cat.
Jackpot the
Rest
cat.
in peace.
Jackpot the cat died. I'm sorry, Anis. Sorry, Adam. But
this is
these
a very
guys
long
here
story.
have no sympathy to nothing. They give him such a hard time. But the cat named Jackpot that died.
No, because we were at Anis's house the day before. And,
Cozumel.
In Cozumel. We're at
Yeah.
Anis's condo.
Yeah.
And Anis was given a grand tour of the house. And the cat, I remember it was Adam or somebody was saying, "Get off Jackpot." Jackpot was running around everywhere like a maniac. And then it just struck me how hyper the cat was.
Yes.
And I don't like, by the way, if you're watching and if you know me, I don't like cats. In fact, I hate cats. I like squirrels more than I do cats. Just put that-
Squirrels?
Yeah. Yeah. I like
Good soup.
I've never had squirrel soup. Have you? Squirrel soup? You had squirrel, you eat
I
a squirrel before?
reserve the answer till we're off the camera.
Let me see. Have you had turtle soup?
Yes,
That's amazing.
it is.
It's really good.
Yes.
Hanson, have you ever had turtle soup?
But I
yeah.
mean, we have to save the turtles.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. But
So we had the soup, and then we put them back in the water.
well, speaking of soup, so no, we
It
were
wasn't
there.
hot; it was cold soup, so they didn't die.
No, they were just there. But Jackpot was running around the house and just jumping from things to things, and it was just great. And I think somebody was even having cat, the petting, and it was just, I don't know. It was just, Jackpot was kind of just everywhere. And I'm sorry, Anis, if you're listening. I'm sure he is. But it was like the cat was running around everywhere, and it was very hyper. And then, it was a little bit annoying. The cat was a little annoying. I hate cats.
Jackpot, he died. He died.
No,
Just
wait.
remember good things about
So
him.
we're on the boat the next day, and Anis was supposed to go with us on the boat.
Yeah.
And I said, Adam, where's your dad? And he goes, oh, he stayed behind. I go, why? Oh, because Jackpot died. And I go, yes, Jackpot.
It is so important for Excelsior or any business that wants to grow to keep up with the time we're in. And in order to do that, you have to have the right team members and team players and people that could take you to the next level, like Brand Nation, Hector and his staff. Trust me, guys, really. There's so many, I don't want to say fake, but there's so many people, they think they can do it because it sounds easy. It's not. But these guys, they have so many years of experience, and they've been through ups and downs. They develop so many very good skills that me as a business owner or you as a business owner, you can benefit from. They're amazing. They're with you. They're with you for the long haul. They're not just, hey, let's get paid and leave. No. They're with you because they want to see you succeed. And that's because of this guy, and he hires the right people.
Like Handsome Hansen.
Well, I'm not sure yet. We just, but I don't know about facial hair, but it's okay. But no, seriously,
Right.
These guys, they make you really not worry about those things and focus more on your business.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a website, need a billboard design, or even an OnlyFans account like Cameron has coming up soon, make sure you subscribe to that.
Yeah.
If you need podcasts or some type of self-marketing, make sure you call us 713-999-4661. That's Brand Nation 713-999-4661.
Well, let me ask you something.
Yeah, sorry, that
brings
was sad. That was really mean of me. But we ended up turning into a big joke about
well,
the
that
Jackpot.
brings up a question in
Yeah,
my
what's that?
mind. So now, okay, obviously, you didn't like cats. You didn't like Jackpot specifically.
No, I don't like cats. Jackpot was very hyper.
So that adds
Yeah.
a little bit more to make it personal
Yes.
with Jackpot. So what if there is something about your best friend
Okay.
that you don't like?
My best friend.
Would you tell him?
Yes, I would.
What if you don't like your best friend's significant other, like the
It's a-
husband or the
it-
wife?
it
Would you
depends.
tell him, hey, you know what? I don't think your husband treats you nice. Or would you tell? What if you know?
I wouldn't go out of my way to tell them, but I think
Yes.
that they would come around and say they're looking for advice. Like, for instance, I come to you a lot for advice, right? And I say, hey, Samar, why does Eva beat me? I mean, no, I'm sorry. No, she doesn't. No, why is this happening, right? And then you'll turn around, and that's an opportunity for
I
you
mean,
to
we
say.
all knew why Eva beat you, so we
Right.
would never
No,
ask
she
you this
doesn't.
question.
By the way,
No,
she
you like
doesn't.
it.
Eva's
You
gonna
like
give
it.
me.
It's okay. It's not. It's just like.
Yes, no, it's a
slap.
It's a
It's
slap.
not really
yes, it's a
hard,
pat.
yeah.
Yeah, a high five.
So
But
what if you know that your best friend's wife is cheating on him?
if I know my best friend, yes, I would tell him. Absolutely.
What if he knows and now you put him in the corner that he has to do something? about it?
I've been in a situation where I've told one of my best friends.
What's his name? No, I'm just kidding.
I've had to tell my best friend.
Really?
Yes, yeah.
So how
he
did
was,
you know that the wife was cheating on him?
Well, it's because the wife.
It wasn't with you.
No,
okay,
no,
That would be
it wasn't.
weird.
That's a double whammy there. But no, there was a time when so one of my best friends was brokenhearted and devastated, and I would hang out with him, go have dinner, just console him.
Devastated? Why?
Him and his wife were going through a situation where they'd gone through a split.
Oh,
up.
so they had issues.
Yes,
already.
they had issues.
Yes.
However, during that time of us kind of they weren't divorced or anything. They were just having a little bit of a separation. But during that time of separation, she was seeing a friend of Eva's.
But how? Oh,
Yeah, she was seeing. Yeah, she was.
so she was seeing another girl.
No, no, no. If I let too much
I wouldn't
information
tell
out,
him. If it's another girl, I
yeah,
wouldn't
no, but if
tell
I
him anything.
give more details out, it's gonna let everybody else know.
Okay.
But it was a friend of Eva's, and it's a male, and
Eva have male friends?
that
Yeah, I don't know.
that they're hairstylists.
That was okay.
I guess it's a hairstyle. Yeah,
Then
it's
it's
a
okay.
It's a hairstylist.
That's safe.
Yeah.
Or florist.
Yeah, oh my, we're gonna have to be careful with that one. But so I knew something was going on with them, and I had to tell my friend. I told him because he was just devastated. I said, I don't know if you guys have another shot because I know this guy is. I know they're doing something. Yeah, they're more.
Did he believe you?
He did. He did believe me, and he took off.
I bet you they did not separate.
I remember
them.
when I told him, he left me there at the restaurant we were at and just took off, and he was very upset.
Did they stay together? Probably.
No.
No way. Really?
No.
He confronted her.
Yeah. Well, they tried to work things out, but it didn't work out. But if it was my brother, absolutely, my friend, my brother.
But
which you met a lot of my brothers this weekend too, as well. But I would definitely tell.
But
them.
it's a very touchy subject because
it is.
What if you go tell somebody? First of all, what if you're wrong?
Yes.
For example, what if you're wrong and you don't know? Or what if the guy really knows?
Yeah.
And now you kind of exposed him, and now he has to act a certain way because you know it.
Right.
You might lose him as a friend.
Yes. And I did.
Would you go talk to the wife?
I did. I lost
See?
him. I lost him as a friend for at least a couple of years.
He was embarrassed, maybe.
Probably. It was
Not
I
mad
didn't
at
talk to
you.
him for 2 years, and then it came back
So
around.
what would you go talk to the wife? Tell her, hey, you need to stop what you're doing.
No, I didn't go talk to the wife at all. I mean, that's not my place to go tell her.
So you wouldn't?
I wouldn't go tell her to stop.
You wouldn't?
No.
So, like, for example, like if I'm married and you know me well and you know my wife really well and you know that she's doing something, would you go tell her, listen, if you look, I love you and I love Samer. If you don't stop, I'm gonna have to tell him.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
There was a movie like that, actually.
Yeah, because that's kind of hard because I think I have loyalty to my best friend to tell him.
What if she was your best friend?
Then I would do the
Then
same
I don't
thing.
care. Let her have fun. I don't care about that guy.
Then I would tell her. To hey, chill out because you're.
But you wouldn't go tell the husband then.
No.
Because he's not your friend.
No, that's not my place.
That's a very interesting approach.
Am I wrong about that?
I've been put in that situation before. And, I can see that they're going in the direction of a separation.
Right.
So I didn't say anything.
Okay.
Because I can see that he is handling it on his own.
Right.
But if I saw that he wasn't,
Yeah.
then, and it's hurting.
Sure.
I don't know. It's very difficult. I'll talk to her. I will talk to the woman and say, hey, I mean, if I have the relationship that I can talk to her, I'll say, listen, you shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I had I'll be honest about this part. And this is very honest, and my kids know about this. So 3 years ago, me and Eva were pretty close to divorce. You remember that whole situation, and
I was very happy for Eva, actually.
Darn.
I was like, Eva, all right, you deserve better.
Right. But I had a really close friend of mine, and I thought it was a close friend, and he went off and told my kids that.
Oh yeah.
Told my kids that you guys need to prepare for divorce, and we're like, what? Like my kids didn't tell me until after the fact. He was upset that me and Eva were actually reconciling and working things through. And during that reconciliation, my friend was very upset about that.
That's the bromance.
Yeah.
He was jealous.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably. I think that there's times that too as well. I don't know if it's like a bromance thing. I think it's more of that he probably felt that, there's jealousy, but also more of things that he probably thought that that I should hold myself to a certain standards. And he was putting things in my ears too as well. But to be fair, I did not put Eva in a good situation at all.
But you know what? What that friend or so-called friend did, it's okay. It's good.
Right.
Why? Because sometimes we just want to protect our kids so much, which is not right. They have to learn that mom and dad are also a man and a woman, and sometimes they're going to have issues. And kids are so much stronger than we think.
Oh yeah.
And they need to learn because that's real life.
Yeah, and my
That
kids.
sometimes people have problems.
Yeah, and my kids, and I know they're listening because they tell me they listen to the podcast. They're strong. And
Yes.
when they first told me they were crying, because they told me a year later. They didn't tell me after it happened. They told me a year later that this happened. Your friend was telling us that you guys are going to get a divorce and you couldn't prepare for it. I was just blown away. My kids are not like grown adults. They're teenagers. Could you imagine hearing that from your father's best friend that, hey, you guys need to prepare for divorce? That is sick.
You know what?
What?
He's wrong, but that was good for them. It made them stronger.
And
they made them aware too, hey, let's not give mom and dad too much hard time because we want them to be together.
Right.
And
we worked things out even without, we worked things out, and we not only did we do that, work things out with each other, I reconnected my faith with God through all that. And that helped things get through.
So you see,
we're not completely
bad turns amazing.
Yeah, we're not completely.
And where is that friend now?
It's gone. I have some message.
We know where.
We know where he's at. Yes.
But
that's crazy that happened.
But that's real life.
Yeah.
Real life. I learned from my daughter that she'll be like, why are you trying to shelter me? Why are you trying to protect me too much? Let me be sad.
Yes.
It's okay. Haven't you ever been sad before? I said, yes. She said, you should worry about me. If I never get sad, then something is wrong.
Right. The danger is just staying sad, though. I think that you got to push yourself through the emotions. I think it's natural to go through a sadness or
but
even
you
natural.
have to become sad to know how to. Like I remember a therapist telling somebody, I was telling my ex-wife, you cannot help your daughter that much. She has to learn how to fail.
Right.
So she can learn how to bounce. Because if she's never failing, when she's on her own and fails, she's not going to know how to deal with it.
And some of the most dangerous people, and I'm talking about dangerous in a good way, are people who've learned to bounce back.
Dangerous in a good way?
Dangerous in a good way. I mean, like they're in other words, these are people.
That's a different kind of show.
Okay, I'm talking about people who are unstoppable. People who are unstoppable and people who cannot be stopped.
Yes, they're
are
tough.
Who become tough.
Yes,
who have faced life.
They've been through, like
been
you,
been through life.
like me, like you, like handsome. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, with that beard and stuff, you look like a terrorist.
And Habibi,
Salam alaikum.
ala snack bar. That's how you say it. But the thing is that if you're watching, you probably haven't gone through things in life.
Everybody's been through something.
And yes, everybody has a story.
Yes.
Sometimes I've learned that some people do not get over that. Like they don't
Yes,
bounce back.
they
don't
feel
bounce
like
back.
entitled, or like the life is not fair to them.
They
I
become
never
victims.
like
They
to
become
use
the
the word
victim.
fair, by the way.
Yeah, they become victims.
Like when somebody,
not fair.
oh, that's not fair. What
Yeah.
is fair? I don't know. There is no fair.
There's no fairness.
I mean,
yes.
but if you want to talk about fair,
Yeah.
you can look into yourself and into your life. You'll find so much fairness. Really,
That's
you'll
right.
find a lot of fairness. Actually, your life will be unfair to somebody else that doesn't have what you have.
Right.
Whether it's family or health or, well, okay, never mind looks. But, I mean, no, you look okay. You're not
Habibi.
bad, really.
Thank you. Appreciate your
I mean, I went to a
confidence.
restaurant. I went to a restaurant the other day. I went to a restaurant, and of course it was Ramadan, right?
Yes.
But I wasn't fasting that day, so I went to have lunch at this restaurant, Indian restaurant in Katy, and of course it was empty because a lot of people were fasting. I was feeling kind of a little bit, embarrassed or shy that I'm going to eat where people are fasting.
Yeah.
And then the owner of the
And you
restaurant.
ordered a buffet?
No, it was the buffet actually. So the owner of the restaurant is like, hello, he knows me. I said, oh, hi, there's nobody here. He said, yes, because it's Ramadan, everybody is fasting. I said, I am so sorry. Are you fasting? He said, yes. I said, I'm sorry that I'm coming to eat. I guess he wanted to compliment me somehow. And he said, yeah, but you're an old man. It's okay. I was like, what?
How old are you?
He said, yeah, you're old. You're old. It's okay if you don't fast. I was like, man, just get me Diet Coke. Leave me alone. He was trying to be nice to me, saying, you're an old man.
Yeah.
So
He was being honest.
But I had the best lunch
He was
ever.
being honest. He was being honest. Handsom's giving us a signal and telling us it's time to wrap up the show. It's episode 6. Episode 6. So we thank you guys for tuning in for this week.
really thank
Next week, when do you get back from Cozumel?
I get back Monday.
Monday. Okay, so we'll have another
We're
show
good
next,
for whatever
next
date.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks again for tuning in. I am Hector Garcia.
And I'm Samer Nassar.
And thank you. God bless you. And thanks for watching the Habibi Show.
We love you all. Thank you.
By the way, I think it's better on the podcast than YouTube. I like listening to it in the car.
Really?
Yeah. Have you done that?
No.
No. So make sure if you're watching on YouTube, go to your podcast store, whether it's Android, Google, whatever, or Apple. Look up the Habibi Show and subscribe. You'll get notified every time there's a new show. You can listen to it on the way to work. You can laugh. You can cry. You can do whatever you want with it. But for those. Hopefully, we get 2 listeners by next week.
I think so.
But again, thanks for watching and tuning in. I'm Hector,
guys.
and until next week, stay blessed.
I'm Samer. Can't wait to see you again.
Love you too, brother.